What is up, fam? It is Sunday and today we're gonna do some baking. I love Sundays because they are just a time to recharge, relax, get ready for the week, do some meal prep. So I thought, why not get some baking done? I found this recipe on Pinterest like a couple weeks ago and I've been wanting to try it out. They're just little blueberry pastries and I thought they would be really good to take to work for like breakfast with coffee or even just like a little after dinner dessert. So if you want to see how I make these, just keep watching. So I was meaning to make these a couple days ago. My in-laws came in, but I just didn't have any time to get it done. So now that I have all the ingredients and I really just don't want them to go to waste, I'm going to make them now while Kyle is not around. Okay, this recipe is super easy. There's only 8 ingredients. And most of these you will probably already have in your pantry, minus the pie crust and the fresh blueberries that you will need. I got a mix of blueberries and blackberries because I thought 2 different berries would be good instead of just one, you know, some variety, some extra taste in there for you. And for the prep time on these, it only says about 30 minutes and then cook time is 20. So around, call it 50 minutes to an hour, you should be done. So that is not too horrible. Okay, so these are pretty much all the ingredients you need. You don't even need butter or anything like that, or even like baking soda or baking powder. So should be pretty easy, and I will make sure to link the recipe down below. Okay, I moved everything over here because I have a lot more counter space on this side of my kitchen, so that is what we're working with. I really wish this recipe had one of those like 2-minute videos, you know what I'm talking about, where it basically shows you exactly how to make it, but in like rapid time. Those like really quick videos that show you exactly what to put in, how to mix things, but it does not, but we will continue on anyways. Okay, like I said before, this recipe calls for 2 cups of blueberries, but I have blueberries and blackberries, so I'm just gonna do kind of an assortment of both and hope for the best, you know? Sometimes you just gotta wing it, and if you don't have all the ingredients, most of the time there are substitutes for those things. Okay, so I put all the berries in a saucepan, and I think I'm going to heat these up first for a little bit and kind of get them a little bit saucy. So next, I'm just gonna add in a 1/2 cup of sugar. I know it just calls for white sugar, but I don't know why, but I have this theory that brown sugar is better for you than white sugar. So I'm just gonna do 1/4 white sugar and then 1/4 brown sugar and just hope for the best on that one. Okay, 1/4 of brown sugar. 1/4 of white sugar. I wish you guys could smell this right now. It smells so good. So it's kind of liquidy, so that is why it calls for this cornstarch water mixture. And if you guys don't know, cornstarch makes things a little bit thicker. So if you're trying to make like a sauce and it's a little bit watery, it kind of does the same trick as if you just were to add like flour to something. So I already prepped that. Just gonna add that in and give it a good stir. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave this to let it thicken up a little bit and then move on to the cream cheese filling. For the cream cheese filling, I just used 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of sugar. Again, I split the sugar between brown sugar and white sugar, so 1/4 of each. And then 1 egg yolk, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And now I'm just gonna cream this all together, and then we will be ready to fill it in our pie crust. Okay, this seriously looks so pitiful, but it said cut the pie crust into 16 pieces. I know it looks like a hot mess already. I am getting a little nervous because the next thing it says to do is spread all of the cream cheese on top of it first and then put the blueberry filling on top of that, and then roll them all up into like little croissants, like little croissant bites. So pray for me that this isn't too messy, because I really think I'm gonna make a mess between this cream cheese and the sauce. Okay, so we have the sauce right here. It's looking pretty good, pretty thick. Cream cheese filling right here. That was super easy to do, and this looks really good. And then I'm gonna put it all together, lay it on top, and then show you guys the final product before I roll them, and then I'll show you after I roll them to see how much of a mess I made. So get excited. Okay, I'm really scared to do this, guys. Just deep breaths. And we're just gonna lather this all on here. Maybe I should be using a knife. I don't really know. It's kind of made a lot. Like, I don't know exactly. Am I really supposed to be, am I really supposed to be putting all this cream cheese on here? Because that's kind of like a lot of cream cheese. But the good thing is, if you really don't want a lot and you want to stretch this and make it more like 32 servings instead of just 16, then you could totally just use like half this cream cheese, half the blueberry filling on one pie crust, and then half on the other, because most of the time at the store you can't really find like packs like these that are just one. Most of them are gonna be two anyways, so if you want to use the other one, definitely are gonna have extra filling to do so. Okay. So here's what we got. The cream cheese on here. Kind of looks like hummus with pita bread. So now we're gonna put the berries. I'm literally just gonna put like a very light layer of this and then roll them. Oh my gosh. This is literally gonna be a disaster. I just know it is. I just know it. I just know it. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna taste really good. It's just going to be a mess. And sometimes I find when there are those like little 1-minute snippet videos of the recipe and like how to make it, they make it look so darn easy, and it's not that easy. Let me tell you, it's not. It's a struggle, and I always mess something up or it gets everywhere. I mean, it always just like tastes good. It's just presentation. Like, it's not realistic, okay? Let me tell you, it is not realistic at all. Okay, let's just try this. Let's just try this. I think I'm gonna like leave it to bake on here, because I was gonna transfer it to a different pan, but now I'm thinking like that's probably a bad idea. Actually, okay, we're back. Never mind. I am just gonna transfer them to another pan. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I feel like this is starting to go downhill quick. The problem is, it says cut the pie crust into 1/16, which I think is way too tiny for this filling. Like, if you want a lot of filling in it, why not just make it 8? And then it'll be like a croissant rather than a bite. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is, with the other pie crust I have, just do the same thing, but do it in 1/8. That way it's not so much of a freaking mess. Okay, here's what we got going for the bite-sized batch that I made. Definitely looking really pathetic, and as you can see, the filling is spewing out everywhere. Okay guys, so here is the finished product. Honestly, they look really good. And after I popped these all in the oven, you know how you saw it was a complete disaster when I was trying to roll them up. I was reading the recipe, and the lady that wrote the recipe said this, when you roll them, it's gonna be really, really messy, but I promise it's well worth it because they're so good. And honestly, she was right. Like, once I pulled these out, they came off the tray like really easily, so it was a mess in the beginning, but we are gonna taste test and see what they're like. Okay, taste test time. You saw this before, but here they are. So I did make the bite-sized ones, as you guys saw before, and then the other pie crust I had I cut them up in eighths, so they are a little bit bigger, more like croissant size, like this. So those look super good. But honestly, I think I like the bite-sized ones more. So that's what we're gonna try right now. And I sprinkled a little bit of powdered sugar on them just for the aesthetic look. Oh, I wish you guys could try this right now. It was really good. It tastes a lot like blueberry pie. That's exactly what it tastes like. I would definitely give these like a 9 out of 10 for taste. They are super yummy. Definitely a little bit messy to make, but well worth it. So if you guys want to check out this recipe, I will link it down below. I highly recommend that you check it out. If you like this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.